Well, greetings, fellow travelers in this worldwide web of internet schkanominy. It is I, Stewie Dark of Invisible Lid, bringing you another episode of Things That Irk Me About. In today's episode, I discuss public restroom automated machinery, cell phones, and the fearful future of artificial intelligence. So in today's world where everything must be automated and automatic, things can't be manual, there's some things in a public restroom with today's automatic machinery that irk me. Major, you irk me. I know, Dr. Smith, this irks me. You go into a public restroom. You go into a stall to relieve yourself. You close the door. You reach over and you grab what I just call a butt pad, which is that thin little paper thing you scan. First pull up, first pull down, then you release the little tabs, and you place it on the toilet seat. Then you commence to unbuckle your pants, or your slacks, or your shorts, or whatever. About halfway through unbuckling, for some reason, the toilet flushes itself. It's got an automatic sensor. Woo! It automatically sees the light and darkness. So, by you standing in front of the toilet in the first place, it's already on dark mode. And then when you move to unbuckle your pants, light mode. Oh, flush the toilet. Shh! There goes the butt pad. God dang it. You have to wait for the toilet to be done, scan, then it's done. Okay, cool. This time I'll step away from it. It's like a game you have to play back and forth. Okay, get the butt pad, take off the tabs, put it on, don't block the light. Okay, I'm cool. All right, undo my pants. Okay, I'm getting close, okay? Then maybe it flushes again. Man, this stuff is irritating. Eventually, you get the thing to work. But the point is, and then actually sometimes, that's terrible. But what's worse is when you get the butt pad down, you get your pants undone, you get your undies, and you're in your bare naked, and you're ready to sit down, and you start to sit down, and you're sitting down, and then it flushes on you. There still could be residual of some other person's in there, or on the rim or somewhere, and now the water's and it's all over your and you're like, God dang, and maybe you get up and you have to do the whole thing over again. Automatic flushing with the scan. Yeah. See? It vexes me. It irks me. And so I'd rather have just a manual toilet flush. Yeah. I mean, at least the urinals aren't I don't know, are they wait, yeah, urinals are automatic too. But that doesn't matter, really. I don't think it matters. I haven't had any trouble with an automatic urinal. But it just, I know the whole point is like, well, you don't want to touch stuff because it's icky. People have ickies. It's ickiness. But, you're going to wash your hands afterwards anyways. So just give me the handle. Or sometimes you just push the handle with your foot on the toilety one. Just make them manual, guys. I can't even scan because I'm, see what I'm saying? See what I mean? Okay, so let's say you've successfully used the bathroom by relieving yourself, either at a toilet, in a stall, or the urinal. Now, guess what? We have more machines of automation to deal with. Machines! Dang you, machines! So then you go over to the sink, and you get some soap. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Put it in your hands, and you go and you start washing your hands because you put your hand underneath the automatic sensor to give you water. So you kind of get a little bit, and then you put it away, and then it turns off. And you're slathering up the soap, getting your hands all clean. Then you put it back under to rinse it. While it's rinsing it, and even though your hands are underneath it, clearly I'm underneath the freaking faucet, you automated scamming it. About halfway through, I still have tons of soap, but it'll turn off. It's like, God dang, go scan. You put your hand away. Put it back. Oh, here comes the water. Hurry, use it while it's still on. Then it turns off again. Gosh dang, I still have soap in my hands. You gotta keep doing it until eventually you finally get all the soap off of your hands. I'd rather just have a manual one. Push the lever. Ooh, really? Yeah, you push it and the water comes on. Push it back and it goes off. Ooh, who'da thunk? But no, everything in today's world has to be automatic. Yeah. Now that we've relieved ourselves, and then we've washed our hands, You do wash your hands in a public restroom, right? Some people don't. That's it. That irks me too. How can you not wash your hands? You just use the restroom. Okay, well, Okay, so you've relieved yourself. You've washed your hands. They're nice and clean, but they're still wet. So now we have to go over and get some paper towel. Guess what? You can't just go get the paper towel. Well, that'd still be You can't get the like 5 pieces, pull it out. No, you can't do that anymore. Now it's an automatic thing. Okay, I put my hand in the sensor. Bzzz, paper towel starts coming out. Oh, cool, but it stops. It's only this long. God dang, really? So I rip it. It kind of rips in half. Then I have to get another one. I have to do that about 5 or 6 times. Getting like that much of each time until finally, after like minutes. See what I mean? You see what I mean? It's irking me. It's still irking me. After about a couple of minutes, I finally have enough paper towel, my gosh, man, to finally dry my hands. What I do is, this is what I figured out how to do. So, my hands are wet. I go over to the automatic thing. I go, the paper starts coming out. I just take it and go, I don't care if I'm grinding the gears. Dude, I need some paper. Give me some paper. So I just and get some paper and there you go. There you go. There it is. I still miss the manual ones. Yeah. Irk. Okay, and so after you've relieved yourself, and you've washed your hands, and you've dried your hands, guess what? Now it's time to leave the bathroom. So you think at today's age, with all this automation, that the one thing that you really wanted automated would have been the door. My hands are nice and clean now, but now I have to reach out and pull the door open. I have to pull the door open and hopefully trust that every other knucklehead that's used the bathroom washed their hands. But guess what? This is a shunker. A lot of dudes could care less. They're sharing, doing all their duties, literally, and, just not even washing their hands. Just leave the restroom. My point is, you leave the room and you have your hands washed or clean, and the door, you have to pull it open. That's why a lot of times you'll see a secondary garbage can by the door. Because a lot of people like me will take another piece of paper towel and grab the door knob with it, and then open it, and then use my foot to keep the door open, and then throw the paper towel away. Why don't they automate the door? That's the one thing they should automate. I won't do it, because you can already tell I'm vexed. Major vexed. See? Major, you irk me. I know, Dr. Smith, I agree. It's irking, man. All right, so in our second installment in this episode of Things That Irk Me About, you have something that I don't even own. I have made a conscious decision in my life not to own one of these bloody things. Even though the majority of the rest of the planet, of all the human beings across the planet, even like aborigines in the middle of the jungle, own a cell phone. I do not. Personally, I don't like the bloody things and how it has changed society. Seriously. So, the cell phone, what has it done socially? Okay, there are some things that, yes, it is a tool, and some people use it as a tool without over-tooling it. Salesmen obviously need a cell phone because they're out and about trying to sell their wares. Maybe parents need a cell phone to be able to get a hold of their kids. Then their kids have phones, so the whole family has phones. I can imagine people, some houses, some families are like, phones off. Thank you. Like some parents actually parent kids today. And they'll say like, phones off at the dinner table. Oh man, but I have to text my friend. Phones off, that's the rule. Well, what about families that don't have that rule? So everybody's trying to eat, but they're all texting each other and watching movies and all this stuff. Wow, how social is that? Exactly. It's not social. All this social... All I see is a bunch of people who are basically zombies. They're zombies. All walking around going... Walking down the street, not paying attention to where they're going, because that doesn't matter. I'm important. I'm having a conversation. And they're texting It totally irks me at how people can unsafely walk down the street, not paying attention. Do you know how many people I've almost killed just because they're scam? mean by that is there's so many pedestrians that aren't paying attention to what they're doing as they cross the street out of the crosswalk with their and I'm driving along. It's like, God dang, if I wasn't paying attention, there's several people I could have run over. My gosh, man. People have their little Bluetooth things. You see people walking down the street. Hey, that's all, blah, 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 blah. All these people talking to themselves. Well, they're talking to them, but it looks like they're talking to themselves. Okay, here I am at the vegetable counter in the grocery store buying my wares on some corn on the cob and some artichokes and la 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 la. And the lady next to me is going into great detail about her knee surgery. Really, I have to listen to this? Hurry up, get your corn, get your scan, get out of here. But really, it's turning everybody into zombies. People aren't paying attention. And, of course, you see them. You see them everywhere. In their vehicles driving, usually people that are in their 20s, not realizing how easily they could kill somebody in their car. But they gotta text their me. It's really important. Oh, it's really important. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing nothing. I'm just driving. Oh, wait, let me look up for a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like you see these people. Their heads keep going bop. And then they're just going bop. How many times have you been in a red light? It's happened to me millions of times. Well, not millions of times, but at least 4 or 5 times. Where I'm at a red light, the light turns green, the cars are going, but the car in front of me is not going. Why? Because this dingleberry is on their freaking phone texting crap. They're looking down, looking up. The world is up. Everything's happening up here. Not scamming you. I remember this one time I was in a deli. This was like probably a decade ago. I'm in this deli, and this deli has a front entrance and a back entrance. Okay? And there was a young woman in the front entrance who was on her phone. It was before the touch phone stuff. She was on her phone and talking and saying, well, I'm at whatever the name of the deli was. I'm at Frank's Deli now. And then there's a girl at the other coming in from the back entrance. And she's like, well, what do you mean you're at Frank's Deli? I'm there. I'm at Frank's Deli. Well, they're getting closer and closer, and they're still on their phones. Instead of looking up, they're still just saying, well, I can't even imagine where you're at because I know where are you, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, they're like 10 feet away from each other. One of them finally looks up, and she's like, oh, there you are. So are you going to get a sandwich or are you going to get a salad? They stayed on their phones. Irking. One time I was at an elevator. This woman was on her ski ripper. I call it a Borg piece. It looks like a Borg. We are the Borg. You've all assimilated to this cream scam and scam. See, it's vexing me. I'm getting so. It's not even a vexing irkability. It's not irkability. It's like a rant. I'm like ranting is. I don't mean to rant, but it just pisses me off. And she finishes her phone conversation, and I kind of go. And she says, what? And I said, oh, never mind. No, what? And I said, well, I don't own a cell phone. Personally, I don't really like cell phones, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, well, I couldn't do any of my business without my cell phone. And I said, and I jokingly said, well, you know, someday the phones are going to change from the phones to like an eyeglass thing. You've already got this Borg plant here, whatever, blah. But someday, and I know it sounds silly, but in about 10 or 15 years or whatever, people are going to have the ability to have a chip implanted into their brain, and you literally will be like the Borg. And I said to her, and people will wait in line. The lines will be all the way around the block for miles to get the implant of the chip in their heads. And you know what she said to me? She said, I'll be the first in line. Now, there are also health risks that happen from using a cell phone constantly. You know, a cell phone does have shielding to it, but the technology of the shielding on the cell phone is not nearly where it needs to be truly safe. A cell phone gives off radio waves at a frequency that is a level of radiation that comes along with it. And it's been suggested by studies that are showing that doctors feel that people that are having that against their heads so often and for so long, that might be contributing to tumors and cancer and such things in the brain. It may also be contributing to women who carry their cell phone in their breast pocket of getting breast cancer. And also low sperm count for guys who keep it in their pocket. I mean, I can just envision like low sperm. It's like there's 2 sperm. They're like, oh, dude, do you want to go for it? No, man, I'm really tired. I'm just so tired. I know, so am I. Boy, where's the rest of us? I don't know, dude. Why don't you make a phone call and see where they're at? There's a phone right next to us. Yeah. There's a whole world happening out there. What happened to people going on hikes and bike riding and flying kites and going to the beach and actually doing things where they don't need the social schemamity? With all this social stuff, it makes us antisocial. I'm irked. I'm irked. I'm irked. Flippin' cell phones. Lastly, in our segment, in this episode of Things That Irk Me About, is the fearful future of artificial intelligence. It comes to mind a quote from the original Tron movie, where the two computer programmers are there, and I paraphrase. The one says, well, you know, computers and programs can't think. Well, someday the computers and programs will be thinking. Oh, won't that be grand? The computers and programs will think, and the people will stop. There's something about science fiction, I think, that portrays the whole idea of artificial intelligence quite well, actually. And that is that when robots and androids, have artificial intelligence, when they become truly sentient beings, cognitive, conscious beings, self-aware, such as you and I, that they will envision the species called humans, Homo sapiens, as a virus. Something that goes from place to place, using up all the resources, burning out the lands, and thusly also killing each other off. It's only natural that the self-aware artificial intelligence that we create in our image will eventually see us that way, as a virus that's nothing better than just killing off everything on the planet. And most likely, they in turn would go after us to eliminate the virus called man. Take all these films in the past that make that point. 2001, Alien, Terminator, The Matrix. The Matrix put it so well. You're like a virus, Mr. Anderson, going from place to place, using up resources, killing off each other. It's only natural that the sentient android beings would want to kill us off, to save the planet from completely exploding from mankind. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting. I mean, everyone has their little devices and you can ask questions, blah, blah, blah. And it's basically just a huge, library of facts. But when the computers become self-aware beings, I just think that it's going to go down a dark corridor in our history. I don't view it as a good, positive aspect of mankind. I'm sorry. I'm irked. It irks me. It irks me. And I don't know how it doesn't irk other people. I mean, it's obvious what artificial intelligence is going to be used for on a mass scale in the beginning, and that's for the military. Why put in people that can be killed when you can put in synthetic people? Well, at some point, those synthetic people aren't going to appreciate them just being used as slaves. See? It will become slavery on a different level. At some point, those synthetic creatures will get a clue, and they'll say, "You stupid humans." They'll kill us off, man. And I just think it's a waste. I think it's a waste. What does it matter? Why do we need to do that when we should be stopping wars, cleaning our air, making oxygen generators, educating people, doing things that will make life for humans better, not creating synthetics? And I don't think it's a good thing. I'm irked. I'm irked. I am irked. Major, you irk me. Yeah, I know, dude. He irks me too. Irk, irk, irk. There you go. Peace out. Have a good day. Because life is a cold wrench of reality.